Tucked away alongside Gulf Harbour Marina is a culinary experience called the Kitchen Door. Sean is the owner of this business, and we are featuring him today because he has generously agreed to help to fund the work of Keep Whangaparoa's green spaces as we look to protect the way of life that the residents of the peninsula enjoy. Every time you come to the Kitchen Door, Sean will donate a proportion of the profit from certain items that are available for sale to the Keep Whangaparoa Green Spaces Fund. So good morning, Sean. Thanks for making the time. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Duncan.
You've got a lovely business down here. I know I've sampled the ice creams and I've sampled the sage and onion rolls myself, as you know, for some time.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, so the Kitchen Door was born probably about 9 years ago, and I was in a previous marina, Fairway Bay, which is a stone's throw from here. Since about 18 months, we've actually relocated, and now we're on the west side of Gulf Harbour Marina, the beautiful Gulf Harbour Marina. And basically, all I'm doing is turning the clock back, going back to good old-fashioned food without the chemicals and preservatives. Hence, I make my own lard. I only use butter. We make our own stocks. We make our own jellies. We roast our own coffee. What else do we produce? Apple pies without lots of sugar in them. We make our own lemonades without lots of sugar in them, and iced teas, lots of iced teas. So basically, yeah, just good old-fashioned stuff, the stuff that the kids actually respond to, because they're quite often, the younger they are, the less their palate's been corrupted, and they keep coming back because the flavor's there. So that's telling me that I'm doing the right thing by not adding the unnecessary boosters, as they call them, MSG and God knows what. So that's basically our ethos, is to do proper food. My background is actually fine dining, so although I'm doing fairly humble food, I'm doing it properly because that's the stable I came from. So I trained at Savoy in London. That's where I did my apprenticeship. Then I went on to Michelin star restaurants in London and around the world. So you've got a chef here, a proud chef who won't do rubbish, and I'm hoping that people will appreciate.
So you've got great food, and now you've got a really great location that people, when I came down the other day, there were lots and lots of people around here, and you've got a few tables to sit around. And
we're trying to keep it quiet, but people are talking.
You are doing your bit to help out as well. Can you help us understand what that means?
Okay, so I offered my services for some form of fundraising, and so we all went away and thought about it, how we could practically do it. So I came up with the idea of perhaps promoting a product on the my Facebook page, and consequently on the Keep Whangaparoa Spaces Green page. And so the idea is, in a nutshell, you come and buy a Scotch egg or an English egg from me, I donate $1. You come and buy in the next week Cornish pasty, I will donate $1. But what's most important is that people need to tell me that this is for the cause. So we know, and we just tick, and then if we sell lots of pasties, then we got lots of money to give to the cause. And this is something that we run through the week, and it's just something ongoing, and we're just hoping that people will actually come down and experience our food and serve the cause as well at the same time.
Obviously, keeping Whangaparoa green spaces is something you care about. Why else would you be donating, some margin from your business to the cause? How does what is currently being discussed with respect to the golf course being closed, potential, repurposing for residential housing, how does that affect you? And then how do you think it's affecting the community up here?
Okay, well, I think that we all need green spaces. I think if you look around Whangaparoa, Gulf Harbour particularly, there's been a lot of mistakes been made in previous subdivisions where they're literally, and I was talking to one construction worker a while ago, and he remembered that he was a carpenter and he built quite a few houses around here, and quite often they would jump from one house to the next So that's telling us, or me, that the density is too high. And I think if we're not careful, something like that could happen again. We all, as humans, we all need green. You know, it's healthy to be able to breathe and see green. To see just houses and congestion, which of course this is the big one as well, it's not healthy for anyone. No. So that's what I feel that's where we're going wrong. A peninsula should have restrictions. You know, geographically, it's not designed to be filled up. You know, emergency routes out, etc. You know, I mean, God forbid if there was a tsunami or something like that. You know, I mean, the roads would be clogged in minutes. Things like that. So I think it's an injustice to the public if the council carry on in entertaining the idea, even.
I asked Sean if he would talk me through the pasties and the pies and the other things that he has on offer at the kitchen door.
Basically, we've got our pasties and our fisherman's pie here. So we've got the Cornish pasties, we've got the coronation pasties, cheese and onion potato, we've got the chicken leek and home smoked. We smoke our own bacon here, we cure our own bacon. And that's our sage and onion sausage wraps that you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
And this is a new one. This is a fisherman's pie with smoked cow eye, which I smoked here. And it's actually gluten-free, so it's open to those unfortunate people as well.
Yeah.
And then we've got our beef and red wine reduction, venison and red wine reduction pie there. And this is a white wine venison pie with plum sauce. We've got a steak Guinness and mushroom pie. And we have a smoked beef with roasted apricots and a coriander homemade tomato sauce. And just to keep the natives happy, I've made a steak and cheese pie, but that's my version. It's a bit chefy. There's a red wine reduction in there. And of course, not forgetting the humble Melton Mowbray pork pies. We make the lard here. We're actually just making some now. That's lard being made, and that's for the hot water pastry. So we've got our apple and blackberry pies, and that's made with a shortbread pastry, which we make here, of course. And then we have some mini fruit cakes there as well. The good thing about these pies is there's not much sugar in them, because I don't add any sugars to the Granny Smith's apple, so you've only got the sugar from the shortbread pastry underneath on top. And our roasted coffee, of course. That's our roasted coffee, and that's a Brazilian empanada bean.
Well, thank you, Sean, and we'll all make sure to come and visit you, and to make sure that you know that we want to donate to the KWGS cause. I could almost leave this picture here for a while and just relax looking at that beautiful food. Keep Whangaparoa Green Spaces was formed in 2021 by a group of peninsula locals when Greg Oliver first bought the golf course. They were suspicious that he would not be committed to running the golf course and maintaining this invaluable community asset. They believed that he would only be interested in closing the course to build houses, given his property development background. We have already represented everyone on the peninsula at council meeting of the Parks and Recreation Committee and presented a petition signed by almost 5,000 residents of the community. We have urged the council to maintain its stance on the encumbrance that is essential to preserve the quality of life that all residents of the peninsula, not just the residents of Gulf Harbour, and indeed not just its golfers, currently enjoy. Most importantly, you can get involved. First of all, if you can find the time to go to www.kwgnz.org, you can sign up for email updates, and we will be coordinating both communications and preparing actions that we can take as a community. Secondly, if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you will be able to see all of the videos that we create. And if you press the notifications bell, then you will be notified when a new video update is available for you to watch. If you like the video, then YouTube will learn that there are people who are interested in this channel, and it will be easier to find. There is no charge to you for doing any of this, and we maintain the highest standards of privacy and security with the information that you give to us. Thank you for watching this video. We will do our best to keep you up to date with developments that affect all of us as residents of this wonderful community on the Whangaparaoa Peninsula.